Throughout history, there have been countless unexplainable stories, events, and moments captured on audio. These horrifying tapes were archived, never to be heard again. Until now. These are the tapes of trepidation. Tape number 47. The Empty Suite. I go to a decent-sized university. Not anything huge, but it's no community college either. I'm a junior this year, and every year I've lived in a different dorm. I never really intended to do so, but I just moved to wherever my friends were living. This year, I'm living in the nicest dorm, the one reserved for upperclassmen. Rather than a small space to share with a roommate in a community bathroom, we have suites. Each of us get our own bedroom and bathroom, and only share a living area with one other person. Needless to say, this is a luxury compared to other dorms. I live on the second floor, at the end of the hall. By the end, I mean my room is the corner of the building. Across the hall from my room is the back stairwell. And underneath me is an identical room. At least, I assume it's identical. I haven't been in any suite aside from my own. Anyway, every suite door has 2 nameplates on it, identifying who lives there. Every suite has these, except the one right below me. I asked about it, and an RA told me that no one lives in that suite. That wouldn't be weird at all if it wasn't for the bumps. It started about the middle of the fall semester. I was up late working on a paper when I felt the floor vibrate beneath my feet. Just that one thump. I ignored it, assuming something there just fell over. But then the next night, it happened again. Louder. About an hour later, it happened again, hard enough to make my chair shake. I was starting to get annoyed. What the hell was going on in that room? Every night, the thumps started to get worse, louder and more frequent. What the heck? It's supposed to be an empty room. So what is making it feel like someone is knocking a broom handle on the ceiling like some annoyed neighbor? About a month ago, the thumping started up as usual, and it continued for over 10 minutes. I finally got annoyed enough that I decided to investigate. I wish to God I hadn't. I went down to the back stairwell and went straight to that blank door. I could still hear the continued thuds, though they were indistinct now. I knocked, firmly. The only answer was the cessation of the thumping. It was quiet now. I knocked again, sure someone was trying to play a trick on me. I tried the door, but it was locked. I was about to turn away and report it to an RA when I heard the lock click and the door creak. I stared, fixated. The door was open only a crack, but what I saw in there will never leave my mind. A piercing, golden eye, a pale face obscured by long, dark hair, and a part of a wide, toothy grin. "I'm coming." It whispered. A soft laugh echoed. I didn't even scream. I just ran back to my room and hid under my covers like a frightened child. The next day, I went to the housing office and asked if I could switch to a different dorm. They told me they were completely full, so I had no choice. I have to stay in this room. I can feel it tearing at the floor beneath my feet again, trying to get in. I can only hope that the semester ends before it breaks through. This has been tape number 47, The Empty Suite, by the Tapes of Trepidation Horror Narration Podcast. The Empty Suite was written by an unknown author, and it was originally posted on the Creepypasta Wiki. Narration, production, and sound design for this episode was by TJ Hodder. Credit for the music for this episode can be found in the show notes. The Tapes of Trepidation theme was written by the incredible J.M. Scherf. All logos, banners, overlays, and graphic design work was provided by the talented Jason Reese from Jaybird Digital Arts. If you have a story you would like to submit, or a question regarding the show, please contact us at tapesoftrepidation.podcast@gmail.com. Support the show by subscribing and leaving a rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, your favorite podcatcher, or like and subscribe on YouTube. Be sure to tell your friends. Word of mouth is extremely helpful to a podcast like this one. And check us out on social media through the link tree in the show notes. We have Facebook, Instagram, and Discord. And if you'd like to support the show a little more, consider joining the Tapes of Trepidation Patreon, where for as little as $5 a month, you can gain access to monthly bonus short story narrations, the weekly behind-the-scenes podcast within the archive, and more. Come, join us, and become trapped within the archive. Just like my current patrons, Neil Skarupa of Neurotic Voice, Doozer Pin Dan, Ronan Kamori, Eric Phones, and Patrick Stewart. Thank you all so much for the support. All content used on Tapes of Trepidation is either original, used with permission, or is available under Creative Commons Share-alike license. All rights reserved unless otherwise stated. This podcast and its content may not be redistributed or rebroadcasted without the express written consent of Tapes of Trepidation and the story's author. Thank you so much for listening.